And we are back with ESL Open Cup number 117 Asia Division. Of course, I'm your host, Light VIP, and oh my god, Light VIP. And with me currently, I am alone. I was saying it in the chat earlier. Yaku Yaku is currently asleep. Hopefully he will wake up. It's been a while since we've casted together for ESL Open Cup Asia, and he may not be used to the fact that we now have daylight savings time, so ESL Open Cup Asia is 1 hour earlier than it usually is. But other than that, here we go. The show must go on, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Hardwire LE, we have the Korean Protoss player representing Alpha X. It is Classic. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Hardwire LE. Oh my god, things are popping off. Representing the Juggernauts, it is the Vietnamese Zerg player, the best Zerg player in all of Southeast Asia. It is MeomaikA. No GG, please, thanks. And so a lot has gone on. We do have a forge first from Classic. It looks like he was planning to cannon rush, but of course, MeomaikA did go for a pool gas opener instead, delaying his hatch by quite a bit. So just like that, the cannon rush is not going to work because MeomaikA opened up safe, because MeomaikA always opens up like this. Oh my god. I miss him so. We were talking before we went live. I was mentioning MeomaikA because, for those who don't know, we have casted MeomaikA countless times on this channel. Back when we had Grand Platypus Open, back when we had our weekly tournament for Southeast Asia, but ever since, you know, we kind of retired, or GPO went on a hiatus, we've brought in Sparkling Tuna Cup, MeomaikA hasn't been as active. So a bit of a feels bad, man, to be honest. Like, we haven't been casting as much MeomaikA, so yo, as soon as I saw him on the bracket, we had to go for him. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you want to have a look at the bracket yourselves. Again, of course, MeomaikA had to be the player of choice, and going up against Classic, that's going to be a very interesting one. If you're unfamiliar with MeomaikA, he has his own style of play, his own kind of his own kind of approach to the game, and mate, he's 2-0'd Maru at LAN. Like, he is one of the best players in the world. Very Haas-esque, if you will, you know, like an unorthodox stylistic player who can take games off of anyone. And he has a very unique style of ZvP. Usually he would go for Hydra timings, but we haven't casted MeomaikA in a while, so I don't know if he's adapted his style. He never went for Queen Walks, he doesn't really spread much creep either. If he does spread creep, it's usually with Overlords, like kind of like that Drop-a-Lord highway sort of thing. So we'll see what he has in store for us, as he does go for a very fast lair. At the same time, Classic on the other side of the map, he of course had to kind of pivot away from his original ideas with the cannon rush, and now he does have that Stargate on the way. Stargate, it makes sense, you know, it's your typical transition from your forge, especially a failed forge. So we almost got a drone kill there. So we are going to be seeing at least a Void Ray for the time being. We don't have confirmation that Classic is playing Sky Toss. A lot of Protoss players have been mixing things up with other styles, going into Twilight Council after this. But yeah, we'll see what the plan is for Classic. Meanwhile, for MeomaikA, I imagine this is going to be for a Hydra Den, but we'll see. Maybe he mixes things up with, I was going to say a Nidus, but nah, there's no way. There's no way, right? Meanwhile, no shield battery, no defensive cannon? Question mark? These things are going to get a kill in this forge. Classic, please. Classic being a little bit greedy here. He will wall up, but there we go. There is the death of that forge. If MeomaikA had enough links, he could kill this zealot as well. But a really nice pickoff on this forge. And this kind of means that Classic, when it comes to expanding, he's gonna have to remake that forge. You know, get more cannons up. Again, Protoss players, they usually do rely on their static defense to expand, especially if they want to expand quickly. And this is what I was talking about. Classic is going for said Twilight Council. So Stargate only for Void Rays, only to deny Vision, only to deny Overlords, and then we go straight into that Twilight Council. A lot of players have been playing a lot around with with +1 and with Blink Stalkers, but with the Death of the Forge, going to +1 Blink Stalkers is going to be a little bit more awkward. So this is looking to be more like, I would imagine, Glaive Adepts. But we'll see, because we got a we got a lot of Lings. Oh my god. And when it came to that fast layer, it was for that Hydrogen. So MeomaikA, playing like MeomaikA, again, he does love his Hydras, he loves his Hydra timings. If the game goes on longer, he does try to transition, but honestly, his transitions aren't the most cleanest. They could do with some work. Meanwhile, we're having a Glaive-less Adept push coming across the map. Like, what is even happening? Glaive's only just now starts, by the way. We don't have W6 game hard, so it feels bad, man. But Glaive's only just now starts, and the Adepts are hitting now, and there's Lings and Hydras to defend. No Roaches. Uh-oh. Here we go. The Adepts do go towards that third base. They will commit to Shade into the main. The Hydras are trying to slowly keep up. Thankfully, without Glaives, like, these Adepts aren't going to deal too much damage. They have killed, like, a handful of drones so far. 3 drones in total. But they will be cleaned up. The target fire also isn't really there either. Yeah, this is questionable to say the least. Meanwhile, Void Rays are about to rock up. You know, they kill an Overlord. Oh, yo, they get 2, 3 more drones. 3 in total. And now here comes MeomaikA with the Hydras and the Lings. What do you have to defend? Once again, no shield battery. The cannons, obviously, because there's no forge. We do have a lot of Adepts, but they still don't have Glaives. So this push is going to hit hard. Uh-oh. Sure, we have an Immortal, but Immortals are not ideal against Ling Hydra. Again, the Hydra's going to be able to bust on through. Then the Lings can flood in. Let's go. Oh, he's thinking about it, but instead he goes for the Adepts. He was thinking about going for a massive Ling run by, but again, he has to protect all those Hydras. And again, these trades are not too bad. The Lings are flooding in. The wall's on the wall. Classic porque. This is working, by the way. Every single Adept goes down. There's only a single Immortal to defend and 2 Adepts, 3 Adepts behind him. And with enough Hydras, with enough Lings, there's a Colossus in production, but the Colossus is not going to finish. It's going to get depowered. Oh my god, there we go. The pylon does go down. It does not. Oh, he's going to depower the Robo. He's doing it. The Glaives has finished up, so Adepts will eventually clean up what's left of all these Hydras, but the damage has been done. Lings are flooding in across the map. Stop with the aim. He goes for it. He goes for it. He's closing the distance. He's getting on top of the Adepts. Oh my god. Again, Glaive Adepts will be able to clean this up, but what about the second wave? Let's go! The pylon is depowered, so again, we have very limited warp-ins available, but here we go. The gateway has finally repowered. We have a couple more Adepts being warped in. Does Classic have enough? We have another Robo! It was us. We have the Colossus. It was repowered. But for how much longer? Someone call an ambulance, but not for me. MeomaikA's doing it again. Who? Classic who? MeomaikA's like, mate, I'm the best player in Vietnam. I'm the best player in Southeast Asia. Easy, mate, easy. GG gets called. And MeomaikA takes game number 1. Oh my god. You know what I love about all of this? Is that Lord Loken is in the chat. Papa Loken is in the chat, and MeomaikA is his firstborn. I'm gonna tell him. Lord Loken is watching. Oh god. I love it. I love it. Just letting him know, just letting him know. Just like that. Easy, mate, easy. GG. MeomaikA is now up 1-0. MeomaikA messaged me, he's like, not even a contest, mate. Classic should rename to Ancient. Oh my god, the fire. Oh my god. GG. Here we go. We're diving into game number 2. And are we gonna see a repeat? Are we living in a world where this man here is gonna lose the series? We'll find out, because spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Blackburn LE, we have our South Korean Protoss player representing Alpha X, currently down in the series, but not out. It's still a best of 3. It is Classic. And spawning In the bottom left-hand corner of Blackburn ALE, we have the Vietnamese Zerg player representing the Juggernauts, asking people to no GG please thanks. It is MeomaikA. I'm gonna have to add an alias to his name on casting tools so we can actually show him off. But what a game. There we go. What a game one from MeomaikA. Again, in very MeomaikA fashion, I was talking about it as we were getting into the game. He does love his Hydra timings. It's kind of his go-to in this matchup. And that's what I'm worried about because, hey, it worked in one game. It shouldn't really work again against a player like Classic. Classic, he's a veteran, he's a very smart player. This time he doesn't open with a Forge. He's playing much more standard here as he scouts. MeomaikA did open up with a pool first, by the way. He went pool, hatch, then gas. So a very safe opener. So again, if there was a Forge first, like MeomaikA would be able to handle it very easily. But like, I'm worried that MeomaikA is going to try and do the same thing. And again, I don't see it happening 2 games in a row. I do think that this time Classic is going to be a lot more on top of scouting. Like, he never scouted the Hydra Den. He never scouted the early lair. I guess he kind of did with his Adepts. But even, like, let's be real. Even Classic was playing a little bit sloppy. Like, he went across the map with Glaive less Adepts. Like, what? Like, Glaive, like, there's a reason why you get Glaives, you know, the added attack speed, like the way that you're able to just eviscerate mineral lines. It was very odd to see Classic floundering a little bit. Maybe it was because of the opener. Again, Classic did start with a Forge first in game 1, so you could argue maybe he was just really uncomfortable and things were looking really awkward. So yeah, Classic had maybe a hard time adapting to the strange player that MeomaikA is. It makes sense, you know, when players play against MeomaikA brings them down to his level. You know, that's how he does. Oh, he even catches the Adept, almost gets a full surround. MeomaikA with the pull first, he was applying a little bit of pressure. He forces Classic to chrono out a Zealot. So again, the idea of MeomaikA is to make his opponents feel uncomfortable and not be able to play out the game that they want to. Meanwhile, you know, again, Classic is transitioning quite well. Oh, doesn't delay the 3rd base. MeomaikA does get his 3rd up on time. Classic once again going for his Stargate opener, but again, this opener from Classic is a little bit cleaner, so he should be able to get his Void Ray out on time, and then we'll see where he goes from there. Is he going to try and Glaive Adept again? As Classic gets into the middle line, oh, already gets 1 drone kill. Oh, almost gets a 2nd. And it looks like he will not. Nice defense there by MeomaikA, pulling away the weakened drones at the last moment. Hopefully he's able to... Oh, he could actually let this Spore finish, actually, because there is an Oracle on the way. This will get scouted as MeomaikA is edging closer into the main base. And the Oracle is rallied to go right past that Overlord. Checking the main, yep, MeomaikA does let the Spore finish, so his main, for the time being, is covered. His natural as well. There we go, we do have that Spore on the way. And MeomaikA just checking the front door to confirm, okay, so Warp Gate has been delayed a little bit, and yeah, the Oracle was shown. It's going across the map. I mean, again, we have plenty of anti-air. There is always, obviously, potential for a stasis trap. Oops. Classic doesn't want to risk it. He does back off for the time being. Meets up with a couple more Adepts. 16 Lings are on the way, so these Adepts shouldn't deal too much damage. MeomaikA is going to have enough Lings to chase them down and should be able to get us around. They shouldn't get into a mineral line. They shouldn't finish the Shade. Oh. Okay. Phew. Thank God. MeomaikA is going to dive on them anyway. And oh, there we go. We have the full surround. This Shade was a little bit late, so every single Adept is going to get cleaned up. Nice catch there by MeomaikA. Now he's going across the map to deny the 3rd base. At the same time, Oracle dips in. We'll get 1, 2, 3. 3 drone kills. Not bad. Almost loses the Oracle, so has to be a little bit careful, but those drone kills were not bad at all. Lings get across the map. Oh, can't get into natural, but he should force a cancel at this 3rd. Couple of Adepts are on the way, but again, it shouldn't be enough. The Pylon gets focused down. The Nexus should be focused down as well. And I mean, the Adepts are drawing away a lot of the fire of these Lings, to be fair. Is he going to be able to save it? It's going to be close. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Classic. He's going to barely save it. Oh God, it's so close. Oh my God, Classic holds on again. It was questionable that MeomaikA pulled off some links to attack these adepts here, so a little bit questionable. And he lost a lot of links trying to kill the Nexus, and in the end it did not work out. Meanwhile, at the same time, we do have a stasis trap, does get 3 drones. Could have been worse, but could have been a lot better. So Classic is dealing some economic damage here. Dips back in, gonna get a couple of drone kills. Oh no, doesn't get any, just a little bit of lost fighting time. And MeomaikA is back. He wants a kill on that Nexus, and I don't know if he has enough DPS here. Yeah, this wave of links just isn't going to be enough. Oh my god, he dives on the sentry though. Forces a couple of these force fields, not bad. Now the sentries are out of energy. Hydras are now on the way. We did have a fast lair once again from Mio. I see Lord Logan in the chat. Let's go, Mio. He's got the fire in the chat. Oh god. All right, here we go. MeomaikA is going for that same timing once again. Hydra speed is about to finish up. Difference is we do have a Baneling nest this time, so we'll see if MeomaikA has enough gas to sustain this. He does have 3 gases. That is enough to make enough Hydras, but will he have enough gas left over for the Banelings is the big question. Banelings are going to be a big portion of this because there are no more force fields. Meanwhile, MeomaikA does rock up, quickly checking the vision. Classic does have a stasis trap and his shield batteries. This third base, there's a world where the third base died, and this would have been completely different. But MeomaikA is not in that world. He's in this world, and it's going to be that much harder because we have a Colossus on the way. It's not going to have extended thermal lance, but breaking a Colossus with shield batteries, like, and if it has enough buffer, like, it's going to be difficult. MeomaikA is going all in. Oh, he's going to pull away the attention of the army for a little bit, but the stasis trap is going to be huge, especially if it goes off. MeomaikA trying to pull his opponent out of position, and so far he's doing a great job. In comes, oh god, no, the stasis trap! No! The stasis trap goes off. The Banelings will take out the shield battery, but that is all they are able to accomplish. These Hydras do not have enough DPS. MeomaikA is being forced back. We have more Hydras coming from the north, but there's just no buffer for them. We need more Lings, we need more Banes. The Banelings are about to finish up though. Classic has to be careful. Oh my god! The Banelings finished. They're chasing down the Colossus. They won it. Oh my god! They crash in, and the Colossus will be picked off, but didn't even matter. The Hydras were not enough. Classic does defend. He does hold on. MeomaikA does. He's trying to rally across the map, but now is the time to drone. He cannot break Classic, and he's gonna try and take the gold. The gold is a great way to get back into this game, but again, imagine if the Nexus had died. It was so close. It was so close. Completely different game. Completely different. Here we go. MeomaikA. The gold base will help him out. Like, if he immediately saturates the space, it will make up for his lack of workers. But he has to make up a lot in lack of workers. Like, it's, oh boy. And Classic is taking his own gold as well. MeomaikA is here with some Lings to clean it up, so he shouldn't allow this to finish. The Lings are in position. At the same time, Oracle dips back in. Oh, MeomaikA being punished for not having a Spore here at his third. This Oracle has gotten 13 kills. 13! That is far too much damage. And I feel like Classic just needs to push out now. Like, he's got 2 Colossus, he's got plenty of Stalkers, he has enough energy for force fields as well. MeomaikA is going for a big Ling run by, but the army is not too far behind. Oof. Fourth base will finish up for Classic. How can MeomaikA come back into this game? Well, he did throw down a Spire. He's working on +1 air attack. He's going for Mutas. I think Mutas are a good way to buy time, but oh my god, the force fields. The majority of the Lings get cleaned up. Mutas in a head-on engagement will not win here. Like, there's just too much anti-air. Too many Stalkers, too many Sentries as well. Classic, yeah, he's getting ready to A-move. He has defended, he's going for the counterattack, he is up in supply, both in workers and in army. What do we have left here for MeomaikA? We have a handful of Mutas, we have a full surround with Lings, with drones even, with Mutas, but the numbers are just not there. Classic is going to clean this up, GG gets called, and we are going to our ace match. Oh my god. No creep tumor new meta. Again, if you are unfamiliar with MeomaikA, he usually only spreads creep with overlords. He typically doesn't spread creep with creep tumors. That's just not That's just not his thing. Why? Because he doesn't make queens. He makes enough queens to inject, and that is it. Queen's only job is to inject in the eyes of MeomaikA. So again, he has a very, very unique style of play. He has a very unique perspective on StarCraft. And again, it's something that can work. We saw that he took game number 1 against Classic. Struggled here in game 2. There were a couple of things that maybe could have been done a little bit differently. Oh. So I let Inu know. Here we go. We are diving into the ace match. I'm being joined by Into the Inu, that is Into the Clan's Korean caster. So now we have an English cast and a Korean cast. Beautiful. They know what's up. They know who to follow. Let's go. And this could go either way. Ooh, as we load into Curious Minds. Curious Minds, a map considered to be a little bit Zerg favored. But here we go, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Curious Minds LE. We have the South Korean Protoss player representing Alpha X, tying up the series 1-1, bringing it all the way to the ace match. It is Classic. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Curious Minds. Oh, okay. Curious Minds LE. We have the Vietnamese Zerg player representing the Juggernauts. It is MeomaikA. Did I not do it properly? What just happened? Hold on. Miscellaneous. MeomaikA. Add alias. No GG, please. Oh, I didn't capitalize it properly. Okay. I'll have it for the next one. Get shaking my head. Will it work now? Wrong one. No, it won't. All good. So MeomaikA this time did open up with a, I believe it was still a gas first. It was a gas hatch pool. So interesting. Much more of an economic opener here from MeomaikA. I was trying to set up casting tool properly for him. He messed it up a little bit again because he did change his name on the Korean server. Shaking my head. But it's all good. It will be fixed for the next series if he does advance on. And that is kind of a big question here because, one, we're on Curious Minds. This third base is much more exposed here. Both third bases. So when Classic does attempt to expand, he is going to be that much more vulnerable to MeomaikA and his push if he does go for it. Meanwhile, I do appreciate that MeomaikA did go for a later pull this time. So this time he won't set himself behind economically at the start of the game. It's a bit of a give and take. This time he also doesn't force a Zealot out from Classic either, but because he prioritized his gases, he is going to have a very fast link speed, and I respect it. It's something where because of this, he will be able to deal with the first adepts with his lings. Like, they will have speed, or they should have speed in time, as the first adept is going across the map. So his goal is, again, to try and clean this up to make sure they're not so much of a nuisance, because adepts can be pretty annoying, especially in the early game. As the first adept is coming across the map. What do we have at home to defend? Obviously, we still have a couple of lings on the way. We have our queens. Like, one adept, again, it shouldn't deal too much damage. Maybe MeomaikA miss micros, but yeah. Classic, he doesn't go in. Oh god, no! Oh, the queen was out of position. 2 drones already going down, maybe even 3. Oh, 2 drones in total. Meo, not like this. Oh my god, another drone almost going down. And in the end, only two. But again, that could have been a lot worse. Almost got another 2 here in the main. Yeah, that first adept. But now that Link speed is done, MeomaikA won't have to worry about the Adept follow-up. He should have a much easier time dealing with them from now on, and he does let the Spore finish in his main, and he has one in his natural as well, so this Oracle is going to have a bit of a harder time. I say a harder time, the Oracle in game 2 did get 13 kills, so MeomaikA does have to be a little bit more on point. He shouldn't neglect his Spore at his third base. We saw how Classic was able to abuse that once MeomaikA, you know, was cutting that corner. Oh my god! Meanwhile, we have a Spire. So, no Hydra timing this game. MeomaikA is going for the mutas. Essentially 2-base muta. He's still working off of 3 gases. He needs to take the gas in his main, but this is something that you sometimes see in ZvT. You see 2-base muta, like with a wall-off in ZvZ, but against Protoss? Question mark? Ooh, is this Oracle? Is it gonna scout? No, it is not. The Spore is positioned in such a way to zone out that Oracle. The Oracle did get a couple of creep tumors. MeomaikA, he was trying desperately to actually spread some creep, and it looks like he will. Oh my god, for the first time this series, he throws down a creep tumor. Let's go! Meanwhile, no, his third is exposed, so the Oracle is gonna get even more kills. Even gets a larva. So MeomaikA having a pretty hard time. It's so important that he gets this third base saturated, by the way. Like, he needs some he needs the gases here desperately if he wants to go mutas. And he may just die because Classic, he's going for Glaive Adepts. What do you need to defend against Glaive Adepts? Either a lot of Lings or Roaches. And even a lot of Lings just aren't very, they're just not good. I think MeomaikA may just die. Like, he just doesn't know. He hasn't scouted. He has no idea the Adepts are about to rock up here at the third base, and we have a couple of Queens to defend. The Queens are not going to be enough. The Adepts don't care about the Queens. They go straight for the mineral line. And the Lings have to come back home. We're not going to see the mutas come to fruition. Oh, God. 14 drones have already gone down this game, and even more are going to fall. The Glaive Adepts are just going to win this on their own. They don't even commit to the shade. The Spire has been scouted. Phoenixes are being produced. And there's a reason why you don't really see this too often. Or you never see this. You never see this in pro play. Fast mutas, crazy. They will eventually clean up all these Adepts, but look at the amount of damage they're dealing. Too many drones are falling. GG gets called, and Classic will take the series. He will maintain order in ESL Open Cup Asia, and he will move on to the next round. GG. Oh my god. Fun fact, if Classic was going like double Stargate Void Ray, MeomaikA may have gotten away with this. But because it was Glaive Adepts, and if you saw, MeomaikA never scouted. He never got into the main base. He never saw what the tech was for Classic, and he was just... I don't want to say blind countered, because, like, Glaive Adepts are pretty common. They can be pretty common. It just shut down what MeomaikA was trying to go for. It's a bit of a shame. I would have loved to have seen it come to fruition, but GG gets called. Classic moves on. GG.